if anybody's watching this, please contact your nearest law enforcement office.
Why?
I've been kidnapped by a crazy girl who I'm suspecting
is gonna out relic hunt you today.
She has multiple relic disorder.
And you're scared.
We're in a cutover right now, heading down toward a creek. Genna, in the first 5 minutes, she found about a third of a very decorative colonial buckle. That's Genna right there. She went back to her truck for something to drink. Tell me if that is something you dig.
No. Never in a million years. Go back up some. Back up some. Back up, back up. Now go up a little. Keep going up a little. Back up, back up. Now go up a little. Go like this. Say they're side by side. Now
Okay.
go like that. Because over here is bad, bad.
Right.
Over here is good, good, good. Try that. I would have dug right here. I would have known not to dig that. Someone's not listening to their teacher today.
This is really shallow. It makes me think it's a shotgun shell. But shotgun shells also sound like buttons. I know it's shallow because I got a really good signal on the machine, pulled out my pinpointer, and I could hear it without digging. All right, getting closer. All right, we're right on it. Uh-oh. Looky there. I see green. First target of the day, very old green. Hot diggity dog. Now, is that a coin? If it is, it's heavily worn. It's probably a button. And, yeah, I see a shank. Stand-up shank on that old... So we're talking colonial. Okay. All right. It's a good start to the day. We found an old cellar hole here, or actually Genna found an old cellar hole here years ago, but now they have timbered it. Lots and lots of colonial relics and Spanish silver have come out of this very area. I left my shovel somewhere. Gosh, where did I dig that?
Oh, somebody lost their shovel.
I told you to turn it off.
I don't know how.
I mean,
well, who just lost their shovel?
I mean, I got nothing to say. I can't even come back.
Okay, I know. So when we came out with the large cent penny. Yeah.
There it is. Whatever it is, I think it's a shotgun shell.
Is it?
Yep.
Well, you know, it happens to the best of us.
Yep.
That's okay. So I left Walker in the dust, and I heard this really good tone. Not a flat button, but definitely a dome to it, if you can see that. Ooh, my hands are so dry. See that with the shank on the back. That's okay. There we go. And Walker is somewhere in there.
No, doggone it. Look at that. That one really fooled me. I'm hunting straight down this old road bed. And it goes up behind me. Way up the hill. And it is on the old maps as the Colonial Road. Wow. I'm in the bank of the old Colonial Road, and I got a pretty daggone good sounding signal right here. Pretty big signal, so I was thinking it might be shallow. All right, that's not a good sign. That's some iron. I think I'm hitting it, and it sounds like iron, so yeah. Okay, there it is. All right, piece of a stove, I think. It looks like the door off of a pot-bellied stove. Oh yeah, there's the damper off of a pot-bellied stove. We are at least 1.5 miles from any current houses, I mean, we're really deep in the woods. All right, I kept digging because I was still getting signals. And there's the foot of an old pot-bellied stove. What we got out was that foot off a wood stove and the damper off a wood stove.
There's no hole. This is the one I pulled out and I was like, oh, that's a one-piece Virginia.
Yeah.
Isn't it cute?
That's wild looking.
Melted lead.
Some pretty lady. That was her favorite, her favorite blouse. Oh, you did get a thimble. You got 2 thimbles?
Yeah. Is it because they had it on their pinky, or were they making babies so rather?
Look at all that daggone. You're killing the colonial stuff as usual, Genna. Daggone, Genna, I got to admit, when it comes to colonial stuff, you are a master. But this is making me ashamed of myself.
Well,
if you'd have found 4 or 5 things, it would have been fine, but not with all this stuff. Good grief! Will you stop pulling stuff out? Piece of nondescript iron. Nope, 22 casings. Alright, I feel something right there. Alright, I think what we got is just a little bit of melted lead there. Got a pretty good signal here. Kind of deep. Alright, there it is, and it feels like a button. What is that? I don't know what that is. Dug one here I wasn't too sure about. Another piece of melted lead. About all you can say about it. Melted lead. So, wow, look at that. Isn't that beautiful?
Almost have the entire pot.
Look at these huge. Look at that sucker. Look at me. Look at me.
No! You better not put that on YouTube. I'm telling you.
You are so good. It's spooky when it comes to colonial stuff. Well, Genna did really well at the colonial home site. I did not do so well. Got a couple hours left to hunt, and I've moved to another spot that I have. I've invited Genna to come along, and she may show up. In the meantime, first signal here is a good one. It sounds old and it sounds brass, and I'm right on it. So it should be right down. I feel it. All right, that's a little ornamental topper, and probably goes on a wood stove, something like that. But it's a brass ornamental kind of ornamental decoration for something. I'm guessing a Victorian wood stove. So Genna and Waylon showed up to dig, and Jenna's got a big hole going here. What a handsome young man.
Oh my goodness. Great.
Wonderful aluminum?
No.
You lied to me. But I open this hole up and I see green and I see round. It's way too big to be a button, and I don't think that's a coin. Yeah, it's got a little flange on it. Oh, it's an escutcheon for a lock.
What'd you find, babe?
A dime.
A what?
A dime.
What kind of dime? Let me see. Can I see it? Waylon, this is real silver. Can you see the date?
1962.
1962, so that's still full silver. That's because your mama is the silver queen. So of course you're going to be the silver king. Good job, buddy.
Guys,
good job.
I've been killed by your mom all day, and she always kills me, and now you walk up and tell me that you've got me beat. How old are you?
10.
Daggone it. What'd you find? Nice. That's a real silver one, too. Good job, Way.
Thank you.
Like mother, like son.
Look what I found here already.
Be quiet. Here is Jenna's stinking hoard.
Look.
She is spooky when it comes to colonial relics. The girl...
What's the difference?
I think you walk over them and your leg tingles.
No.
Thanks for joining us out there today, guys. I came by my interest of the Civil War pretty naturally, having grown up right on the Civil War battlefield of Cold Harbor. I've told you before, there were trenches in our front yard. But more importantly than that, my dad took his first breaths of life right on the Cold Harbor battlefield. And by the 1950s, he was one of the very early established relic hunters in the Central Virginia area. And in the 1950s, he had his own little side business selling Civil War relics that he had found. This is one of his business cards that managed to survive the years. By the time I got interested in the Civil War in the late 1960s, he was no longer doing that business, and he was doing very little relic hunting. But I guess I kind of took over where he left off. When I was a little boy of maybe 9 or 10 years old, I started relic hunting with my dad's modified GI mine detector. And I can still remember two things that I found, both of them in my yard, that really piqued my interest. The first one is this little brass spur. And I could go back to my childhood property and tell you exactly where that spur came from. I'm not even sure this is Civil War. It's period, but it could be a civilian spur. It's certainly not one military made. But my little 9-year-old mind went straight to the idea of some Civil War soldier on horseback galloping across my property. And I was hooked. A little bit later on, I found something else, and I could take you right to the spot where I found this as well. But this is a political token from 1860. It's kind of the predecessor of a campaign button. And I read the names and didn't recognize them. I could see it said 1860 on both sides. But one side said Stephen A. Douglas and the other side said Herschel V. Johnson. Found out later that these were the two guys who were running against Abraham Lincoln in 1860. That rusty iron spot in the middle of the gold-plated coin, I later learned, contained a lithograph of the two guys. And as they campaigned across the country, they'd give out these tokens like a campaign button saying, hey, you know, on election day, remember me. I wouldn't say I was passionate about the Civil War as a young man. In fact, I'm not even sure I'd use that word today. I'm not sure it's the right word to say I'm passionate about the Civil War, but I do have a great interest. And that came from the old guys that hung around in my living room and in my dad's basement in his relic room. Guys like Popeye Hott and Nip Warrener and Mac Mason and George Talley and Harry Cassidy. But tonight I'm thinking about the people that I'm relic hunting with, and now I'm the old guy. And it's so encouraging to see younger people interested in this hobby. Genna is young to me. I mean, she's less than half my age, and she is an avid relic hunter and collector. Her son Waylon is only 10 years old, but he's starting to cultivate an interest in these things that are just under our feet. I hope that I can be a little bit of an encouragement to some of those younger people to say, this is something that's worth your time. Because not only can you learn about the logistics of that mighty American conflict, but you can learn from history. Yeah, I got my clock cleaned once again by Genna. Unfortunately, I also got my clock cleaned by a 10-year-old boy. But you know what? That's all right with me. If you enjoyed what you saw today, I hope you'll subscribe to the channel. I've got plans for some great relic hunts coming up over this cold weather season. Until I see you here on this channel back again, hopefully just next week, I'm the Battlefield Walker. Be good. And remember to say your prayers.